I'm going to make some fresh dog food, excuse me, with some ground beef that I have and one of my packs of sliced up beef liver. If you've never cut up beef liver before, it's awful. If you've never put it in a blender or whatever, it's awful. Ground beef, isn't that too fatty to give to your dogs? Oh my gosh, no, it's not. They want you to believe that your dogs want chicken meal and pumpkin puree. They don't. Your dog doesn't want that. Your dog doesn't want oats and brown rice and peas. Buy what we can afford. I get it. You know, that's been a really hard part. Aside from the stress of what to feed my family, I also stress about what to feed my dogs, because every dry dog food is full of, fillers, whether it's rice or pulse crops. Our dogs are carnivores.
Dogs are carnivores.
You give your dog a choice between some banana treat and a piece of beef jerky, they want the beef jerky. I supplement with some dry food because it's not completely feasible. Again, everything is so expensive. You have to kind of do some give and take. I wouldn't be giving my dogs homemade dog food with ground beef if I didn't have a freezer full from the whole beef that I just bought. I would not be going out paying $10 a pound to make dog food for my dogs. Let's get that straight. And I have to, still be sparing with it because, we need to eat also. I can't just use it all up on dogs and then be like, oh, I guess we don't have any ground beef anymore. So, it's a balance. And you have to feel it out, right? You can't just give them a whole bunch because dogs will get fat on anything. Dogs can get fat and overfed on dry food, raw food, homemade food, anything. Normally, I use a pressure cooker to cook this because it's quick and easy, but what's kind of annoying is that in the pressure cooker, it just makes it this big solid mound of meat, and then you have to kind of break it up and stuff. It's not a big deal. It's not a deal breaker. It's not the hardest part of my day by any means. Dogs love it regardless. I think today I'm just gonna do it in a pot though, just so I can just keep stirring it. That's the thing about the pressure cooker. You can't open it up and give it a stir and blah blah blah. It has to just sit, be sealed, toot toot on the steam, and then it's done. As we all know, or maybe we don't all know, but liver is a superfood, super ultra amazing. You should eat it, dogs should eat it, animals want it, you don't want it, but your body wants it. The thing about liver, it's like it can still be crunchy, but it's slimy. It's something different. Only God could create something like this. It's like it's the most important organ, but the most horrible to interact with. So here's 2 pounds of ground beef. These are still pretty frozen, but again, we're cooking them, so those can just slowly, just peel off down to the frozen nub, and that's fine. So this is what the liver that I get looks like. It's in slices. It's like an eel. Looks like this. All right, this is just half of it. You're gonna want a sharp knife, a good sharp knife. I'm just going to leave it stacked and slice it like you slice anything else. Just watch your fingers because it'll slide away from you. So it is best if it's more frozen, little tiny squares maybe, because that it'll shrink being cooked, but it won't break down like ground beef does. Right? Look how nutrient rich this must be. It's dark, very bloody. So this is the massacre. Dark, rich, nutrient dense. I did grab on more beef because there's quite a bit of liver there. Not like it's going to affect my dogs negatively. I don't think anybody's going to get a nutrient overload. This is frozen solid, but it can just kind of slowly simmer with the rest. Got just a couple eggs there. You could put more eggs. There's nothing wrong with more eggs. And then the shells I'm going to put in the toaster oven to heat up a bit. It makes them very brittle, very easy to crush. Had a few carrots in the fridge, so Those are in there too. And I used to have a pestle and mortar, but I don't anymore. So I just use like one of these homemade tart things and crush my eggshells up. So use coconut oil. There's not very much in the jar. Okay, we have some coconut oil, parsley, it's for breath. Keep your breath fresh. We have the eggshells, we have a bit of garlic, some pumpkin seeds I had already ground up, and a little bit of rosemary. I had a little bit of rosemary in there, so a little bit of rosemary because that's good for parasites and pests and all that kind of stuff too. And I think that's about it. And no, I don't have measurements because that's not how I cook anything. Put that on medium to start off, and then we'll just kind of simmer it, probably on low for hours. And my house is going to smell like liver today. I didn't think about that part, but whatever. I also added just a quick cup of water to give it a little bit more liquidiness, though it will, once all the meat juices and grease get going too. But once you leave the dog food to sit, it really hardens up. Maybe the pressure cooker wasn't such a bad idea, but this would be one solid mound. So just kind of simmering it. It smells very nose to tail. If you don't know what that means, that's the kind of ground beef you can get that has organ meat in it. But it doesn't need to cook forever, just more so enough to kind of stew it and get those carrots mushy. And then we try to get rid of the stink in here.